wow, I look like garbage. I can't tell if they're crumbs or snowflakes. It's snowing here. It's snowing here. Hi, I'm Ian. Nice to meet you. I started this channel a long time ago and just never posted on it. It's just, that's why I don't. Okay, I'm already doing what I don't want to do. But what I haven't wanted to do for a long time is to start a channel and maintain it. Not only for myself, anyone who watches these things, anyone who possibly connects with things, because I've connected with tons of videos myself. 1 second, sorry. I'm quitting soon, don't worry. I didn't smoke for my whole life, basically. And then had a really stressful year, and I picked up it again. You know, I haven't smoked in a couple days. See here, I'm doing what this is what I want to work on. Right? It's kind of over-explaining my thoughts, and I've done a lot of work on myself and talked to a lot of people and found all the right resources to let my thoughts flow. And I think ultimately I kind of had an aha moment yesterday, you know, as people maybe would call it, a breakthrough or something. Just like I got comfortable with the harshest realization of all, and that is by doing this, by oversharing, by overtalking to people who didn't really sign up for it. Like I'm a part of some group therapy like sessions every week, and you know, sorry, I just don't know what YouTube does like, right? Within that framework, I still feel that even though it's the best place for me to reach out, and it's set up for that, it's still more and more, the more I do it, even as I've honed it down, I've come to the obvious, I mean, it was the inevitable conclusion that I have to shut up, and that's it. And not in a way where I'm bottling things in, but at the same time, while I'm trying to get work and trying to help others, I have to very carefully select the things I say and how long I say them for. Not everyone's there. They're all there on their own journey, and it's... Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, I guess this, it's, maybe this is going to be my outlet. So this will be, hey, welcome aboard. I'm going to do a bunch of different things on here, hopefully. I mean, right? It helps me. But I want to look back and then, like, not be, you know, there's just a cigarette in my hand, but you know, I want to look back and be like, what was I doing? Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna let this be the first video, and I want my videos just to hey, follow me if you want. I mean, I know statistically I have to say click like and please click subscribe. It's not really about that, but I know I have to say it. Otherwise people might not do it, and that's fine. I want this to be it. I want this to be the place where I'm able to do this. I don't really have the capacity in me to make videos edited and like cut out my ums and ahs to make it more attractive, so I hit the algorithm better. You know, if one person watches it, then hey, that's a win in my book. Well, welcome aboard my crazy life. But I realized, like I said, like even though I have shared in places where I'm able to, I still feel that it's too much, because the next day I feel like regret in doing so. Like I'm giving up too much of myself to people who never asked. And I don't know how this is going to get stumbled across, maybe, I don't know, whatever. But, you know, I wanted to have at least a first video explaining this, and, you know, it's already 4 minutes and 25 seconds too long. And now that I have this platform, I'm going to use it, and I want to maintain some consistency with it, because I think this is the only place I'm going to be able to do it. And it's this, I mean, it might just be me, you know, the meme of a guy talking to a wall trying to explain something to a brick wall. That might be what it is, and, you know, now it's like, well, I don't care. I mean, I do care if anyone has their own struggles and things things like that, and just want to get something off their chest and open up. I want this to be the place that I do it, and I want to grow this for that reason, I guess. And I don't even know what I mean by grow, because I really have no intentions behind this other than being a place where I can be myself, and then, you know, hopefully I have some good comments or some good encouragement from people that, you know, might feel the same or might just attach to this and maybe they'll do it themselves one day. And now I'm already, see, look, this is what I do, right? I get 10 steps too deep in my own thoughts. But I'm also working on talking slower, saying less. I just don't know how to do it yet. But apparently this is how normal people talk. And they don't get too excited and want to say so many things at one time, because that's what I do. And then, you know, you can see my joy and excitement for, you know, being myself. And I find that joy and excitement for other people in my life. And this is just something that I wanted to do for a long time, didn't know how to do it. And it's not like yesterday's realization made me do it today. Today was just a day where I woke up different than I went, you know, than I woke up the night before or the day before or something like that. Had a really difficult holidays, personally. One sec. Water's the best thing on planet Earth, let me tell you. I mean, if you're here, you're a water fan. I think that, you know, as, you know, maybe the next time I post or next time I share a video, it might have, you know, well, I don't know what it will be yet. But like, when I discover things or when I learn about things, I want a place to share them. I just want to establish this as a place that is for me, and then like maybe for others, I don't know. Like, because once again, the that's what, you know, just to have this maybe to look back on, right? Like, I'm not doing this to like blow up or with a purpose. Like, I didn't make it just like a gaming channel, or I didn't make a thing that just talks about one topic or anything like that, because I kind of miss that about old YouTube days. And I don't know if there's probably never going to be, but maybe someone will recognize me from 20 years ago. I did start a pretty successful YouTube channel that I ended up deleting, and I wish I archived some of those videos because they're gone. But you know, they did connect with people. Back in the days, you could like have YouTube, you could just put music on in the background, and you like wouldn't get copyright claimed and things like that. And now, like, I can't do that. I can't just, you know, sit in my room with my soundtrack on of whatever I'm listening to and share that music with people, because it's not like, you know, copyright. I mean, it probably was copyright before, but now it wouldn't. Those videos even wouldn't exist. But anyways, yeah. So I guess, I mean, again, if this is my first video, then I guess I should say something about myself. My name's Ian. I live in Canada, in the Toronto-ish area. Just moved to a new city. It's been not easy, but it's also not been tough. Like I said, I think a lot of the work that I've done on myself over the years has allowed this move to, and life change and life shake up to, like, be manageable, like, in a good way. I just find that, okay, so my name's Ian. I like pizza a lot. I play video games. I love the world of learning. I love space, mental health things. Specifically, I've kind of been going down a path like that recently, just trying to figure things out in good faith, research and you know, applying the lessons that I learn, and then also using those lessons to help understand not only myself but others, and then the dynamic that frustrates me about myself, and like how to you know, just be a better person for those that I care about. And one thing I really haven't cared about enough is myself. So I've been putting a lot of work into it, so I needed this point, I think, and maybe I didn't even realize it yet. So I'm gonna try it, see what happens. Come along for the ride if you want. Like this just might, like I might do this 5 times a day. I don't know yet, right? Like it's not about jumping up in any sort of like algorithm or things like that. I just, sorry, a lot of this is very vague and not intentionally. I just push record on my phone and just wanted to do it once and then kind of go from there and take my first step and see where my second, third, fourth leads. And, it might be like this, where it's like icy. So here we go. Whoa. Okay, and I might not be able to find my footing just yet. And but I just want to keep doing it. Period. And not unlike maybe event. So I'm already getting 10 thoughts too deep, which is something that I'm working hard on. And I think that is also a product of the fact that I talk fast. And one thing I know about myself, and the reason why this is even occurring, is because I've lived a life where I have been able to openly share my thought process. And it's not like, oh, I didn't, sorry. Also, one thing I hope you understand about me and hope you understand about, this channel will be is, I really don't like have a big ego where I need to like be a center of attention, or I need people to acknowledge the things I do for them, or anything like that. Which, once again, to keep going down my double think, it's just like, well, by saying that means you do care. So now I have to like explain that like that's not what I'm doing. I'm just doing it because I can, and because I've lived the life of that, where I've been encouraged to. And recently, I've just seen that it's too much for people, and even the people that do allow me to talk and do hear me out. I realize that those are the most important people in my life, and at some point for them, just like me, like we're all human, they're just burnt out on it, and like it's been really fun to explore my mental health and my my growth and my change, and then like also once again to continue to vocalize the changes I've made, and then also make sure I communicate the positives or negatives of the frustrations that I have, going down those kinds of paths where I'm acting on my the lessons learned kind of thing. And again, it's just like I guess like the end, what do they call it, like the natural end, or you were always going to get to this point, Ian, that kind of thing. It's like, I think last night I really realized it more than ever. And like I want to be someone that people can talk to. I want to be someone who can listen. Like I'm not, so right now I'll just see, this is what I don't want to do, right? But I'm going to do it now just for an example. Like, so I used to call it, or I mean, I guess I still kind of call it pre-apologizing. Like before I say something, I'm like, hey, or trying to like set the groundwork for people to make sure that they understand that the only reason I'm about to do something or ask something, before I even say it, is like where the place is coming from, what informed me saying the things that I'm about to say. And I realized that it was scary for me to not do that, and to learn to not do that, because I have noticed in not doing that people connect with me better. So like it kind of goes against what I was trying to do, right? So I'm like, well, if they won't connect with me if I have to make sure that they know that it's coming from a good place, and that I've done all this work, and that I understand that they might be having a bad day and they may not be able to receive it, so I have to make sure that it's this. And like at the end of the day, learning about all that and why I do something like that, okay, well, I'm doing it again, but once again, if this is the first time, then I want to get better at it, right? And not by not doing it. But what I have genuinely seen in others and the people that I do connect with is that they do appreciate that about me, because they themselves can't do that, and they don't really have a lot of people in their lives themselves who do that to them. A lot of people in all of our lives put on a front or a mask, or they fake it, or they're just nice because they have to be, but they harbor these super negative thoughts, not only about themselves but about others as well. I just don't live that way, right? I don't live with, I have blue glasses, but they're not rose colored. So like, I'm not this like ignorant person who just has everything going, which I don't have anything going for me at this moment. I mean, I kind of do, I mean, see, I'm already triple thinking and apologizing for apologizing and then apologizing for not making any sense of anything. It's just like, you know, this video could have been just me being like, hey, I'm starting a YouTube channel, welcome aboard, end video. But instead, this is what I'm working on. And well, now we're at 15 and a half minutes. I do want to wrap it up because I'm on the, as you can tell, I'm outside. I'm just out for a little walk, and I'm on a bench, and the bench is getting really cold. But like, again, within all that framework, it makes my life better and then other people's lives better if I just don't share these things, or overthink them or talk about them. But I think a place like this, like, call it a vlog, call it just a video talk, call it just a catch up, call it just a hey, what up, call it like a digital journal, right? I think this is what I need to commit to. And then even doing this, I'm not going to share this with any friend, any family member, or any nothing. I'm just going to put it out there and just see what happens. Like, you know, it'd be cool to come back in 10 years and just see like 2 views. It's like, okay, cool. But I'll have, hopefully, you know, 100 videos, you know, with 2 views on it, or 1 view or no views. But it's like, I love documentation, I love journaling, I love time capsules, I love looking back at my old journals and my old like live journal that is still up there. MySpace, wiped my old MySpace. I would have loved to have seen what kind of like crazy stuff I used to post there, but like that's all gone. But I love like the idea to look back and be like, well, who was I back then, and like, you know, how I've grown since then. Anyways, 17-minute video for my first one ain't bad. Say hi in the comments if you somehow get algorithm this. I'm good people, and I'm sure you are too, and we all are. So what I'm not going to do is apologize for this. Normally what I would say is like, sorry I made it this far, or oh, I'm so because, you know, frankly, I genuinely am. I'm sorry if you saw this and watched it and it wasn't entertaining, and it was just, you know, a guy in, you know, on a walk talking to himself. I just think that this is the avenue that and the outlet that I have to focus my long-winded, uninterrupted thoughts. Yeah, I don't know where I even started that sentence, so I don't really know how to end it grammatically correct. Yeah, I just think this is, I think this is the, again, maybe avenue is not even the right word, right? Like, but outlet might be too, but like, I just think this is just the place to do it. And because as I've honed down my sharing, I've really worked on my listening. And again, sometimes you just never know where you're going to hear like a quote or a story from someone. And something I heard that has really resonated with me in the last few days specifically, which led to like my last night where I got really deep in my thoughts. It was just, I didn't know how to listen because I felt like no one wanted to talk to me. And I know what I do know about myself is just like, look, it's been 18 minutes and I haven't stopped, right? That I've been, the only reason I do that is just because I just feel that not enough people share their thought process and like how they get to their own conclusions and things like that. But at the same time, like, the people that really mean a lot to me over the last, like, I'd say 10 years of my life, the people that would go to bat for me today and the people that I would go to bat for in an instant are those that listen to me do something like this. And I want to be a better friend for them, and I want to be that for others because I know I can, and I know it's in me. And I don't have an answer for it yet because this is something that I'm trying to comprehend. Like, why didn't you just shut up, right? Like, why didn't you just listen? And you know, I'll always be honest with myself, and I'll always be honest when I'm doing something like this. there isn't, like, I'm not trying to cover for myself, be like, well, I tried to listen and no one listened to, no one wanted to tell me anything. Huh, everyone sucks. Like, wow, wouldn't that be an easy way to just, like, I don't know, make sense of something. But what I'm trying to make sense of something a little bit deeper, and I think within that I learned that, what people want is just someone to listen. And, I don't have to have all the answers. Sometimes I felt bad because I didn't, I wasn't worth it because, I did, maybe I didn't know they wanted to hear me go, yeah, no way. And then, like, even though I might not have experienced something like that, then, like, who am I to, even receive a story from someone like that? But then sometimes I found where I'm in depth listening, and I can feel I guess it's like a form of anxiety, but also it's an excitement to share my story, because maybe I thought that's what people wanted. And I've never shared a story to, like, one up someone else's experience. I've just shared mine. Now I'm realizing that, time and place, and if you were to share, maybe remember it for another time. But I need to allow people to do what I'm doing here. So that's something that really resonated with me and has led me to, be a better listener. And I've already seen it. I've had some really good conversations with friends where I was able to apologize and just, and the next thing out of their mouths were like, Ian, stop apologizing. Like, you're one of my best friends in the world. Like, but it's just something that I actively want to work on, and I don't want to go to that same friend again and be like, hey, look, I'm a really good listener now, or something like that, because I also am paranoid about being misperceived or manipulative, or that I have an agenda when I'm doing something. It's just, no, I genuinely want to be a better person to those that I care about, and something I usually haven't done is put myself first. So this is a version of me doing that. This is something that I know I need to do, but also it would betray all of my knowledge and all of the work I've done to get to this point, to continue to keep doing what I'm doing and not making a big change. So this is kind of my once again, my first little icy steps on the ice rink without skates. So yeah, I'm just gonna post it and see what happens. So thanks for listening for this long. I really appreciate you. Say something in the comments. Like, I'd like to, if you're the first viewer, hey, that's kind of cool. You could say first twice. I don't know. See, now I'm like, even if I say something like that, now I seem corny. Now I feel corny. Now, like, once again, it's my triple thoughts that just keep going a layer deeper, and I have to stop apologizing for who I am. All right, I love you. All the best. Cheers.